here, and this is Killer Kyle, and welcome to Wheels of Fury. Hey, me and Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle, and welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. And I'm going to talk about Controversial and just watching BuckCulture.com's video response to the Super Show that's coming down tomorrow.
Yes.
So I'm going to talk about that, and, watching the video, and it's like, he's right. There's a lot of controversy with that country in general, and not having Aleister Black in the country because of a certain tattoo, I guess, and having Sami Zayn not come down because of his heritage or whatever. It's like, and not to mention having no women wrestle or whatever. It really, it's bullshit, in my opinion.
Like, okay, not having Aleister Black on the card, even just in Jeddah, altogether because of a tattoo, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense, I guess. If the tattoo somehow is a bad representation of their maybe religious beliefs or whatever, that's fine. So
I don't know. Honestly, I don't fucking know. It's and once again, it's a weird situation. You have all these fucking customs, and yet this is the country that should have never. Now I could see them trying to get WWE in other countries.
yeah,
And shit like that. I just don't get why certain rules are. I can't really, pretty much.
because I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. The last couple of events they had in Saudi Arabia were a huge success. Crown Jewel and the Greatest Royal Rumble, mass successes.
Yes.
Great shows. And I'm sure this show coming up tomorrow is going to be fantastic as well. And you really shouldn't have the fact that Saudi Arabia has certain rules take away from the fact that it's going to be a really good show. It just seems that, pretty disappointing for, Sami Zayn, that's a weird situation, but for Aleister Black, I mean, he's this dark, gothic, kind of mysterious person with all these tattoos, kind of like representation of how his life was growing up and stuff like that, and a certain tattoo be the reason you're not allowed in a country is like, yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. Don't want to offend anybody or for religious reasons or whatever, but just because Sami Zayn is Arabic doesn't mean he shouldn't be allowed in the country. Like, it's Saudi Arabia. Arabic is the main language of Saudi Arabia. Where did this come from? Like, he's French Canadian, and he's Arabic.
Yeah.
That's like a certain country not letting Ali into their country because he's Muslim.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Yeah, but you know, it's just the way it is. Look at what happened with Chris Jericho in Portugal. Yeah, he headbutt the flag. That was a no-no. Okay, so you have certain rules, but in my opinion, Saudi Arabia is just one of those countries that is one of the biggest countries I've ever really discovered, like, or heard about. I guess I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The murders that happened there and everything. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, get through these matches because there's some pretty good matches that are going to be on this show. Let's talk about the Battle Royal first.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if there's a trophy involved, but...
Oh, there probably will be.
Because when they did the other one last year, Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole Titus incident.
No, that was the greatest Royal Rumble where the Titus incident happened.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They had the trophy and the belt.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but it'll be an interesting Battle Royal anyhow.
I mean, like, you got 50 dudes.
Yes.
Pay, like, when they had the 50-man Royal Rumble, that's the biggest Royal Rumble they've ever had. Well, this is the biggest Battle Royal they've ever had, because usually Battle Royals are generally 20 to 30 guys.
Yes.
So, more often than not, it's 30 guys. So the fact that they're bumping that up 20 more,
Right.
gonna make things real interesting. And, like, there has been some names mentioned, but I'm not gonna go through all friggin' 50, but, you
No.
know, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have, like, maybe Robert Roode,
Robert Roode,
R-Truth,
Elias,
oh, yeah, Elias,
Titus,
Titus, probably.
Just a bunch of stuff. A bunch of wrestlers. It's going to be a good show in that aspect.
Now, just don't know if, like, they're gonna mix in some people from, like, NXT 205, maybe NXT UK, use some people from, like, the Performance Center.
Yeah, oh, that's an
Who
idea.
knows?
Hmm.
As far as winning, whoa, that's a toss-up. It's almost one of those things where you basically gotta wait to see who's gonna participate and then go, okay, I want this person to win. And just go with it, basically.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk now about this match right here. You know, you talk about bad taste with all the shit that's going on with Lars Sullivan. So here we have Lars Sullivan versus House Party.
And you know, when they've had him just destroying people left, right, and center, and just having him be a very dominant person. Like, when he was on NXT, he ran through so many people on NXT, and he was going to be on the main roster, and then he ended up having like a mental health breakdown or whatever, so he took some time off, got his shit together mentally, and then finally debuted on the main roster, and he beat up Kurt Angle, he beat up R-Truth, he's beat up the Lucha House Party several times, he's beat up several others, and having this match, well, he's beat up a bunch of people, and then on SmackDown, he did an interview, and it was rather interesting.
Yeah, I can see why they haven't made him talk. Yeah.
Well, it's not that he was bad, because, like, they make him out to be this, like, really dark, twisted, sadistic, violent man, violent guy that thrives on hurting people and beating them up, which is fine. Now, the fact that this is going to be a 3-on-1 handicap match, essentially, is going to be real interesting because I really don't see Lucha House Party getting very far.
No, I think this will be a squash match. For
Yeah.
sure. If they can team up together and whip his ass, then that's going to be surprising, but I think that it's going to be Lars.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, so now we go on to this match. We got Shane O'Mac versus Roman Reigns. The Big Dog!
You know, they've had a fairly decent lead up to this match. The only thing that to me makes absolutely no goddamn sense whatsoever is how Shane crowing, "Oh, you hit my father. He's, the patriarch of my family. He's God. He's the highest of high form of whatever in the world."
Yeah, and you fucking hit Mr. Potato Head.
Meanwhile, you're the one that were putting your hands on and beating up the Miz's father.
Yeah.
So you're basically contradicting yourself. Although, it has been making Shane look like a fairly good heel thus far.
Yeah.
Now, with the association with Shane and Drew McIntyre and the Revival, maybe even a little bit of the B Team,
Yeah.
and various others in there, it's making Shane out to be a strong heel. And this past Monday on Raw and Tuesday on SmackDown, they really had Shane do a number on Roman with the help of Drew McIntyre, the Revival. Now, is this going to be a turn of fortunes and have Roman get the win in this match? I could see that happening if this is going to be a continuation of Shane's dominance, dominance if you will, from like WrestleMania. I can see that happening as well. It seems like they're going to have Drew McIntyre in Shane's corner. That seems to be pretty much a given. Maybe you could throw the Revival in there too, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
There might be a possibility for Roman to have the Usos in his corner, and hell, if you want, throw the Miz in there too.
That would be awesome because I'm looking forward to the conclusion of their feud.
Yeah.
Like, this is bullshit to me because you have the Miz and Shane McMahon. Miz turns face.
You can't have Miz turn face, lose 2 matches to Shane, and then that'll be the end of it. There's no decisive conclusion. Because it's like, okay, you have Shane beat Miz twice, and it'd be like, oh, Shane's better than Miz, Miz is weak, Miz is soft, whatever, and then that's it.
It's just, it pisses me off because they do this all the time. You have to have a perfect run as a face for the Miz.
Yes.
Because you have Miz in 2 matches. 2 or 3?
2.
with Shane McMahon, and he lost both. And then it's like, well, that's it.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be Shane versus Roman.
Yeah.
So what? So what? What the fuck is the Miz gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, Stomping Ground is coming up, so they're goddamn well better renew the feud. Because if you're gonna have Shane lose twice, and by the way, the steel cage match was shitty, a shitty ending, then you might as well fucking have turn heel again, because this is just the worst.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you have Miz and Shane going back and forth with each other, kind of Raw and SmackDown, and then Roman punches Vince, so that sets Shane off on a course to get revenge on Roman, and so it was like in order to focus more on Shane and Roman, they had to finish up with Miz and Shane, but it wasn't really a full conclusion, only because you have Shane beat Miz twice. At some point along the line, you gotta have Miz get one over on Shane, and then you could have gone over to continue the storyline and rivalry with Roman and Shane, but they didn't do that. So
That's just fucking crazy.
I know.
But whatever. I don't fucking care.
yeah,
And by the way, so I used to watch I still watch Aftermath
yeah,
when I go to see my parents, because that's where it is on it. I don't get the channel on my PVR here. So anyways, there was a thing a long time ago, and I believe it was Jackie Redmond who referenced John Cena in an interview he was doing, and he was doing the chess thing that Matthew McConaughey was doing. It as the dad that makes his kids embarrassed.
yeah, really.
And I thought, yeah, okay, and that. So looking at Shane McMahon, and he's talking to the camera, and he's trying to do Roman Reigns when he does the thing, the Samoan yell or whatever you want to call it, and he just goes ooh-ah, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you made himself look like a gigantic fucking goofball.
Are you like Al Pacino or what? Like, what the fuck, really? So anyways, he does it again, you know? So, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know. I want to see Roman win, but I can guarantee you that you're going to have the B team get involved. You're going to have Drew Galloway get involved. You're going to have...
Probably the Revival get involved.
Yes, they need something to fucking do.
Instead of being a laughingstock?
Pretty much, yeah.
The joke team, if you will.
Yeah, but... Anyway, so, I mean, I'm going to say Roman, but there's still a chance that Shane is going to win.
Yeah. I'm just going to agree with you, because it's... Yeah.
Right.
The easiest... Well, not the easiest, but it's more than likely going to happen.
Yeah. Now we go on to, we have Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. And that arm wrestling match was the shits. It could have been good. It could have been a good segment. But nope, can't have that. I was telling Kyle and his dad, I thought the first one I saw was, or the first arm wrestling match they ever had was Big Van Vader and the British Bulldog in 1992
Right.
at WCW, but it was actually also Scott Steiner and Triple H.
Yeah.
It could have had others in between or whatever, but yeah, I hated this segment. It could have been better, and it started off okay, but...
I mean, okay, you have them staring each other down, flexing and all this other stuff. And then, you know, you got Bobby slapping Braun and pissing him off. And then they lock up and start the arm wrestling, and their hands slip off. So like, alright, chalk up. So they chalk up.
Yeah.
Lock back up. Arm wrestle. They're going back and forth, back and forth. Who's going to get the upper hand? Who's going to win? And all this other stuff. Braun finally pins Bobby's hand to the table. He's celebrating. Hoo-ha, yay, I won, whatever. And then you got what was supposed to be a chalk to the eyes, but it hit him on the forehead, you could tell.
Yeah.
And then friggin' Bobby beating up Strowman and power slamming him, and it's like, really? Really?
Really? Yeah. So, I mean, it's an easy answer for me. Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you had Bobby Lashley go over a few times, and yeah, okay, Braun Strowman won the arm wrestling match.
Yeah.
But Braun needs a win. I mean, it's just like The Miz. He's not a credible wrestler. Like, they keep screwing over Braun Strowman, and I don't get it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you won the Battle Royal last year, you won the title, and you won the trophy. Where the fuck is it? Exactly.
Okay.
So,
And I mean, you know, Bobby Lashley is an okay heel, but there's so much potential for him to be better. My opinion is he did a far better job as a heel in Impact than he's done thus far
yeah.
in WWE. I mean, it's okay, but it could be leaps and bounds better. I mean, hell, when they had him with Leo Rush, at least they were building up some real good heat on Bobby, and then Leo Rush did something stupid, and he's got locker room heat or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
do you know what that's about?
No.
Oh, I don't either.
Not a clue.
Ah, shit. Well, I keep saying AEW, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Now we're going to talk about the Intercontinental Championship is going to be defended by Finn Balor, or the Demon, against Andrade.
Yeah. Yeah, well. You know, and I get it. Like I said, you know, white bread. But as soon as Finn Balor goes into the Demon, it makes kind of sense. I don't know. It's like dress up, you know. Some guy automatically puts on a face paint and paper mache on his head, does this, and is all of a sudden intimidating.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he crawls around. So whatever, it's what it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's fine. You know, no, and him as, you know, Finn finally getting a championship and having it last long, I think is awesome.
Yeah.
I do like him as the Intercontinental Champion, and it's just kind of like one of those things where I like Andrade, and I think he needs to win more matches or whatever.
Yeah.
I want him to be the Intercontinental Champion. I just don't know when that should happen.
Yeah.
Now, the rumor is the Demon always wins a match. So I could go the easy way and say Finn Balor. I like Andrade, but unfortunately, I don't like his chances tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, Andrade's had some good matches. They've put him with several different people. And I think he needs a momentum builder before he gets a championship. I think if you're going to give Andrade the IC title, have him work a few matches with Balor, and then they choose to put the IC title on him, fine. Right now, the thing that would make the most sense is to keep the title on Balor.
Right. Yeah. I mean, let's see what happens in their next match. Let's keep the feud going,
Yeah.
you know. But for right now, I think Andrade needs to have a better match with Finn Balor in the States or Canada, wherever,
Yeah.
and see where that goes. Now, you have Zelina, who's definitely a Spitfire, so
Yeah.
if she gets involved, then who knows.
Yeah.
But for now, let's just say Finn Balor will win this
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
So,
Now we go on to a match with two guys that have had quite the storied rivalry, quite the series of matches with each other. They've been going at it for friggin' 20 years, and they haven't had a match with each other in at least 10 or so, but they're gonna have one more match, Super Showdown, talking about the Game and the Viper,
yeah.
Triple H and Randy Orton. And you know, for a rivalry to go like past 5 to 10 years is pretty good. If you can go past 15, you're incredible. But 20? That's insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math because when I said 20 years, I'm thinking Randy Orton hasn't been in the WWE for 20 years. He was wrestling for 20 years because he was in OVW.
Right.
So I'm not sure. Because he debuted in 2002, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways.
The rivalry basically all started after they kicked Orton out of Evolution.
Yes.
For when he won the
World title.
world title, and he didn't want to give it up to Triple H.
Right on, yeah. No, I see. Yeah, I mean, it's... Well, you know, it's going to be like his match with Batista. You know, it's going to be... Okay. We'll see how this goes, you know.
Yeah.
These guys being, like, 10 years apart, roughly.
Yeah.
And the younger guy definitely has the advantage in Orton, but I honestly don't know. I mean, I think Triple H, with his workout regimen, what he does, like Goldberg, we'll get to that. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this match is not like it's 15 years in the making.
No.
It's just, okay, a match that we're gonna throw together and fart out, and then we'll see what happens.
Throw it together and fart out.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good match. I'm not gonna say great, but I think it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
I just don't know because Triple H won the last one
Yeah.
with Batista.
Yes.
So there could be a possibility of an RKO out of nowhere.
True.
So that being said, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, really. I mean, you look at their rivalry over the years, and you look at the series of matches they've had. They've had Hell in a Cell, they've had No Holds Barred, they've had regular matches, they've had tag matches. They've pretty much had every match under the sun, and they've swapped victories with each other.
Right.
Now, these guys are having not had a match in 10 years, roughly. Will be interesting to see if the chemistry is still there. I mean, when they had Triple H and Cena lock up for the first time in quite a few years,
Right.
it was a slow start, but the chemistry still seemed to be there.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if the chemistry between Triple H and Orton will still be there. I think it will. I mean, their promos on each other were quite interesting. I think it's really going to be a toss-up who wins, honestly.
What I saw Thursday was two guys just goofing around. Okay, I don't know whether I would have taken them seriously, talking about the balls and the purse
Yeah.
and them corpsing on each other, and then Triple H getting in the ring and saying, well, at least I had balls or whatever. You didn't have any balls.
Yeah. Hey, Triple H, do me a favor when we have our match on Friday. Make sure you take your balls out of your wife's purse. And it's like, well, you wouldn't know what that bird is like because you don't have any.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
So, I mean, they definitely both matured through the years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and Randy Orton's come a long way and whatever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, it's going to be an interesting match. I don't know how good it's going to be, but it's going to be, I'm not going to, I don't know. Because, like I said, it's kind of an uncomfortable situation, but I think that it's going to be an okay match.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but if I were to put my money on it, then I would say Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say, well, Triple H doesn't like to lose, which he has before, so I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
I think that it would be interesting if Randy Orton won.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just going to call it a toss. I mean,
Yeah.
whoever wins, it's not really going to do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a really good match, but it's not like Randy Orton lost, so he's going to lose momentum, or
No.
Randy,
I don't like that.
Triple H loses, he's going to lose, whatever. It's going to be, they're going to have a match, it'll probably be a good match, and then Randy Orton's going to go on feuding with whoever, and Triple H is just going to continue doing his thing.
Yeah.
And, being in charge of NXT, and
Yeah.
I think 205, and all the other stuff that he does, so, I mean,
Could you bring those pliers back?
yeah, really.
Oh, yeah. Randy Orton doesn't have any piercings.
Yeah, Randy has no piercings.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. For sure.
Yeah.
So... we have the WWE title. We've got Kofi Kingston versus Whiner Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. Whiner, crybaby, snot nose, sniffle nose, punk ass bitch, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. And... yeah, there was a rumor that Brock Lesnar was going to face Kofi Kingston for the title at Jeddah.
Yeah.
So there's still a possibility, but we won't get to that.
Yeah.
I think that, and this always irritates me, having somebody come back and they make some bullshit excuse. It could have been me, or it should have been me. It should have been me. And that's all Dolph Ziggler can fucking say. It should have been me.
Yeah.
Even when you have Kofi Kingston talk about how he went to Ghana for the first time in 26 years. Fuck. And then, oh, it should have been me. It's like, fuck, that...
Yeah, I know.
I would like to see Dolph Ziggler capture the title, but at this rate, I think that it needs to be at a different time.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
I think they need to continue the feud.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have a prediction in the future. Like, for now, I'm gonna say Kofi Kingston's gonna win.
Yeah.
I predict that in the near future you have a returning Big E. Well, actually, he already came back. Okay, so
Yeah, he'll come back again, though.
I would like to see, if all possible, a Big E heel turn. Now that could happen
It could.
because you had Big E and Dolph as a team before.
Yeah.
But then that wouldn't make any sense only because Dolph Ziggler would be WWE champion. And then, so yeah, that doesn't make sense. I do think that Dolph Ziggler needs to be the WWE champion at some point. But tomorrow night, I believe it's going to be Kofi Kingston retaining.
Kofi Mania still running wild.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, I agree with you, Matt. Dolph could very easily be WWE champion, hands down. But considering the fact he's just fresh off of a return to WWE and like he's getting a championship match, if you could, like, for sure you could put WWE championship on Dolph, just not yet.
No.
Keep it on Kofi a little longer.
Yeah, I think that's best.
Yeah.
Best for business.
Yeah.
That's good shit! So. And now we have the Universal Championship. We've got Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin. So, yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know where I am when I say Baron Corbin, because
yeah.
he has definitely changed his character quite a bit. He's still a heel, but he's...
Yeah.
I just wish he would take that fucking shirt off when he wrestles.
Well, there was that one episode a couple of weeks ago of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood we were watching, and there was that tag match. And one of the guys is pretty much decked out in a three-piece suit. The only part of the suit he took off was the jacket, and basically rolled up the sleeves and wrestled. And I said, yeah, hey, he's basically imitating Baron Corbin, just Corbin doesn't wear a tie. Well,
Yeah.
Corbin also wears a vest, but still.
Yeah. But also, that guy didn't have sleeve tattoos.
True.
So, I mean... Anyways, yeah, I mean, look, it's the same with Kofi Kingston. I think that Seth Rollins should retain. But at the same time, you know, Baron's been in the business now for a while. A long time. I don't think it would hurt to have the Universal title put on him.
True. There is also the looming threat still of Brock.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
And as he was physically demolishing Seth on Raw, he said he was going to cash in the contract tomorrow night. Most likely on Seth.
Oh, I better be on Seth.
Yeah.
There's talks of him fucking winning the WWE title. And fuck you if you're gonna allow that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't like it either. Anyways.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know who I want to win this match. I think that Seth needs it a little bit longer.
Yes.
I think Baron definitely deserves it. I just don't know when.
I think we're pretty much in agreement on both matches. Both Corbin and Ziggler deserve a championship. Bar none, absolutely. Just give it some time.
For sure.
So now we go on to probably what will be the most anticipated match of the night, and is many years in the making. I'm sure fans have been wanting to see this match forever, and they're finally gonna get to see it at Super Showdown. You got the Icon against the Phenom. The Undertaker going one-on-one with Goldberg.
Yeah, 2005. a 19-year-old wheelchair man and his friend playing. Yes, we were playing with action figures. And I had Undertaker in the stable of the Ministry with Goldberg. I don't know why, but to this day, I wanted to see Goldberg versus Undertaker. You think about it, you have the guy who had the streak in WCW. You have the guy who had the WrestleMania streak
Yeah.
in WWE. Well, WWF, WWE.
Yeah.
Those two put together, despite how old they are,
Yeah.
would be money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna talk about the botched fucking promo of Goldberg. Fuck you, Vince. But despite that, it was a pretty good promo.
Yeah.
Undertaker felt rushed, although you could see it mostly on WWE.com or YouTube.
Yeah.
The rest of it, anyways. But I think this is definitely a long time coming, and one of my dreams is coming true. I don't care how old they are, and I don't care where it is. It's happening, and I can't wait.
I mean, when you look at it verbatim, there's really only like 4 years between Taker and Goldberg.
Sure.
4 to 5.
Yeah. And you saw Goldberg's workout.
Yeah.
The guy does not stop. He does not sleep. And Undertaker, I'm not sure what he does. But the fact is that these two guys, I think, can pull it off.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm not sure. Again, it's a toss-up. Who is the better man?
Yeah.
Like, who is the better man? Undertaker, Goldberg? Like, you can see Undertaker slap on a tombstone. You can see Goldberg do a jackhammer. I don't know what's gonna happen. As Undertaker's back gonna hold up. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, I can't wait. I don't know who's gonna win. I just think that it's gonna be one hell of a match.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Matt and I were watching SmackDown there Tuesday night. The promo that Goldberg gave was fairly decent. Not his best. Definitely not the worst. Pretty decent. But then after he's finished talking, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
Lights drop. Out for a little bit. Lights come back on. It's a blue light. There's Taker standing behind Goldberg. Goldberg kind of chuckles a little bit. Turns around. He's face to face with Taker. They're staring each other down. Boom. Boom. Lights drop again. Out for a little bit. Lights come back on. Fully lit in the arena. Taker's gone. Goldberg's all alone in the ring. Grabs the microphone. Is like, alright. Friday it is. We'll see you then. And it's like, see, that's good. Taker did a fairly good promo on Raw. Goldberg had a pretty good promo on SmackDown. Face to face with each other. Not much interaction with each other other than that. No physicality. And the anticipation for this match is, I'm sure, through the roof.
Yeah. And I said that to Kyle, and I mentioned this in the video. If you have two wrestlers not touch until the event, then it means more.
Yeah.
But, and when I watched WrestleMania 17 and the SmackDown Go Home show, and seeing Rock and Austin fist fight and have the locker room try to stop it.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed because I'm like, okay, Now I've seen it. Why do I want to see it on pay-per-view?
Yeah, really.
And that's the point to a pay-per-view. Obviously, the WWE Network, you can get it for free.
Yes.
But the point of having a pay-per-view is you have to pay to see them touch.
Yeah.
That sounded bad. But you have to pay to see them wrestle, fight, box, whatever. If two, well, boxing's different, but I mean, if you have two guys in a feud with each other and they barely punch each other.
Yeah.
Like, you look at Chris Jericho. Now, if you watch Super Junior, by the way, Dominion is on Sunday. I will do a review of that.
Yes.
I think Super Junior was an awesome show. And if you saw Juice Robinson versus John Moxley, it was awesome. Where the hell is I going with that? Oh yeah. So Chris Jericho put himself up on a screen talking to Okada, saying that he's gonna take the title and it's gonna be, well, in Dominion, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, at Dominion.
Yeah, so, you know, when it's shit like that, that means a lot more than them being in the same ring and they slap each other, punch each other, whatever.
The whole thing with that promo was Jericho was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna break your arm, I'm gonna break your back, I'm gonna take your title, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's gonna be Rainmaker versus Painmaker.
That I didn't really get.
And then Okada's like, Painmaker? What the hell is a Painmaker? More like Lame Maker.
Yeah.
Which pretty funny on Okada's part.
Well, I look at it too. You see Chris Jericho say Painmaker, and it's like, is every opponent gonna be an opposite? Like, when he faced Kenny Omega, it was like Alpha.
The Alpha and Omega.
Yeah. And now it's Painmaker versus Rainmaker, so
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what happens next. But
I just think that's how much freedom creatively Chris Jericho has. We're being able to wrestle in New Japan, and then when he ends up wrestling with AEW. And that's the big thing that Moxley was talking about when he was on Talk is Jericho. The reason why he left is because he was so physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted creatively, having to constantly go to vets and be like, this isn't going to work, this is stupid, it makes no sense, there's no interaction between me and my opponent, it's just a bunch of jibber jabber, nonsensical bullshit that won't work, won't go over, but hell, if you want me to do it, I'll do it, and I'll see if I can make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Essentially.
pretty much. And that's exactly what's going to happen to Lars Sullivan and Aleister Black. They're going to eventually, because now, you have Aleister Black fucking being emo, and like he's yelling at one promo and then he's crying the next. Aleister Black doesn't fucking yell. He never yelled on NXT.
No.
So I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I mean, shit. Fucking Hump Walter doesn't make the main roster. Well, if he ever goes to the States.
Yeah.
But it's like, as soon as they go to the main roster or Raw and SmackDown, Vince goes, "You're gonna be a different character. It's got shit." And it's like, no.
It's fucking useless, stupid bullshit.
You're gonna ruin it. And you're ruining the company. So that's why I can't wait till AEW, All Elite Wrestling, comes on to the main stage or TV so we can watch it. And we can go, you know what? They're a hell of a lot better than WWE.
Only thing is though, dude, I hate to burst your bubble, I don't think be able to watch it because I don't think we get TNT.
Oh. Well, that's gotta suck. Well, anyways, this has been
A Wheels of Fury episode.
Yep, Super Showdown. That was what I was trying to say. Next time, we're gonna be doing a Stomping Ground. I think it's next week.
Yeah, next week or in a couple weeks.
I'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
But I think that we're gonna eventually do Bloodbath, or I can't remember the name of that ECW pay-per-view. I'll post it up there.
Yeah.
We'll be doing that. Another look back at episode from the early 90s. I know that Psycho Sid Justice was there.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this has been a great episode. Me and Matt and Killer Kyle. And yeah, we will talk to you later. By the way, that Ronda Rousey episode was awesome.
Oh yeah, it was really good. Really, really good.
So, anyways, talk to you soon. Deuces.
Bye.